kind of keep it clean, straight to the point. They don't have much time. Find a way of keeping them kind of alive and interested. So I would say that's the main, very clean and professional. It will be like, it's a very packed day, by the way. There will be a number of presentations. It's not as fun as the leadership meeting. We're not gonna dance, that's for sure.
Yes.
So yeah, but otherwise it's very, I would say it's very linear, clean, straight to the point. They need to approve annual work plans and reports. So there will be a voting session. But really, yeah, so I would say having the leadership as a model is great, and we just remove the fun from that model in a summary. But let me have also, Cleo is communication, so she has also that eye that I don't have. And Kizito was managing another one that we had and we were not too happy with. So I guess, and it wasn't with you, we're not gonna say with you.
Okay.
Maybe you can also give some advice. Cleo, Kizito, some comments on how we're gonna have this SYP steering committee and what we require from man-made?
Hi, good
I
afternoon.
think, yeah, Kizito can go first.
Well, I was actually going to say, you know, I'm trying to recollect my mind now, my thoughts just coming in from another meeting here. So I'm not quite sure what you have already discussed here. So just help me, Cleo, if you can just go ahead, and then I will, you know, give my thoughts around what the expectations around these meetings are. Thanks.
No problem. Primarily because just to be transparent, this is the first time I'm participating in the steering committee meeting, but I think the TOR for me was very clear in terms of the deliverables. What I am noting is definitely the transitions between presentations and also, you know, the additional, for me, it's less about the actual front end, it's more about the additional back end where, you know, it's the run of show, how we're going to create extra rooms in case people want to have side meetings. It's all of those little in-betweeners that really make or break a meeting, more than actually, for me, more than actually going through the program. So if we can be, as both teams work together to create like a smooth program, but also if there are additional requests, if there are any things that we need to practice or to run through ahead of the time, then I think that would be extremely beneficial to make the event comfortable for all of those who are engaging and participating.
Brilliant. In terms of that stuff, a bit closer to the event, we can work out how, like, exactly who you want to break up, how you want to break them up, all that jazz. It should be fine. You're on mute, Renata.
There it is. So maybe to say, so everything is in plenary. There is no breakout rooms. That's
okay.
Something, yeah. So just to give you an idea, we'll have a holding page, the entrance page, basically just saying, you know, and there we can have some music for them to come in and all that. Then will come remarks from Justine, so we'll need a card for Justine and a face. And then we'll have Maria just introducing the objectives and the agenda. So all this will be broken by those different cards with the names and the titles of the people that will be talking. What is of essence here is keeping the time. Now in the leadership meeting, we were literally talking to the MC and making sure that the MC, in this case, the chairperson is Justine. So she opens and she's emceeing the whole time, which is great because she's great at keeping time and she's a very straightforward MC. But I think the main challenge is keeping time here. We have so many things to discuss in 4 or 5 hours that is kind of ridiculous, really. But we couldn't find out. We couldn't keep PSs for 2 days on the screen. And then we have Kizito presenting, and then we have a short break of about 5 minutes where we're gonna have a poem and we're gonna give you the link of that. And then we come back, and that's me giving an overview of the results, and then Lucette on the financials. Then we break again. This is a longer break for 10 minutes, and we have a couple of videos that can be also included. We go back, still plenary. Kizito presents the annual work plan, and then in plenary we have to have the vote of the different delegations. Now, the challenge here is that the majority of the countries will not meet in one room. So what we did in the past, last year for the coordination meeting, which is slightly different, we get one venue in their countries. And so we will have everybody in that room. So you'll have in your screen literally 8 squares, and that will be all. In this case, literally everybody is on its own. And we're talking about 50, 60 people.
Right.
So you controlling mics, ability to display, not display, that's key. That's very key. For especially because, for noise control and all that. Then we have another short break of 5 minutes. We can play some music and we go back into plenary with some other presentations, literally one after the other, which is a plenary discussion on COVID-19, which will be me doing a quick presentation. And then a presentation on data commitment. And there will be an external presentation by the Accelerate Hub, governance issues, and then closing remarks. So as you can see, there's no breakout room, it's all in plenary. The 2 biggest challenges, time and mic and noise control. Those are I would say the 2 biggest challenges. Otherwise, from a production point of view, we already have everything that needs to be used for break. So there's no need to develop videos or anything. We'll definitely the whole page, and we'll need the introduction cards, the ones with people's faces and titles. And that's it. I think I've done a summary.
Okay, great. We haven't included the visual artist, eh?
Okay, please tell me, because I've looked at the quotes in a hurry. So tell me, do you have, what exactly did you include?
We included everything but the visual artist.
The visual artist, you mean the one who does the
cartoons?
I actually would love to have. Kizito, Cleo, Lucetta, what do you think? How much is the guy?
It was quite pricey. I mean, he's a foreigner. He charged us, Martha, how much did he charge us?
Well, it depended on what was required for the day. So it was between 25 to 30, 40K.
For five of those visual.
For everything, yeah. Well, yes, just for 5, the additionals.
Yeah, so Renata, I've just saved you. I've gone through your quote quickly, and I've taken out the most of the design. So now your quote is sitting on 92,000 instead of 130.
Yeah, let's leave it at that. Actually, except for the last part of the meeting is going to be not so inspirational. I think that the graphic artists worked well because there was lots of inspirational talking at the leadership meeting, but here there's not going to be so much inspirational. It's very much governance of a program. So I would not include it. I think it's fine. It's fine the way it is.
All right, perfect. And then let me ask you, you're not quite sure of the date, but in which, do you know the date?
Yeah, the 10th of March.
Great. Let's lock that in, Martha.
Can I come in? Renata mentioned here that the countries will be sitting together, in one venue. But in Zambia, we will have delegates sitting separately.
No,
so they'll be,
Kizito, I actually said the opposite. Almost all the countries are sitting apart.
oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So anyhow, what I just wanted to point out is the experiences from the meeting that we had at the end of last year. The preparations, prepping the countries from a technological point of view, just ensuring that they have, proper connectivity, that their seating arrangements is such that all the delegates, are being captured by not only the mic, but by the camera as well. I don't know whether this is something that Renata, we have requested, this consultancy to do as well.
Sorry, Kizito, I didn't get the question. I was thinking.
Okay, so in the last meeting that we had, the previous day, to the meeting, we had dry runs, and this is the point at which countries were prepared, first of all, ensuring that the equipment, the bandwidth that they had, the seating arrangements, the positioning of the camera, the positioning of the the laptop or computer to be used, was all set up such that there would be no glitches the following day. So, is this something that we're expecting these consultants to do as well?
So this time is not possible because they're not going to be together, and we can't invite 60 people, especially PSs, to do a dry run. So I believe, Shane, that you have included a guidance for participants. Is that included in the cost? Just to say what we expect them to have, and I don't know, some directions around lighting and how, bandwidth and things like that. I think in the leadership we did have a pager.
How many people will be coming in on camera?
I think we're looking for 60 people.
60 separate people?
Yeah.
Are going to actually talk?
Not at the same time, but depending, especially in the plenaries, it depends who wants to talk.
We'll make you a small video that we can send out in the aid memoir that talks about the correct lighting on your face, the correct audio,
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe add those rules, the fact that you will have hosts and co-hosts, and those are the ones that can switch on and off their mics, but everybody else should ask, should be invited to speak or should raise their hands to speak, and then the co-host can give the right to open their mic.
Okay.
Right?
So, yeah, so, okay, I'm just adding an extra tab edit. Okay, cool.
So that, yeah, we can include the basic rules because not everybody should have the right to open the mic directly.
So where would we get the rules from?
I think David had already shared the same rules that we use for the leadership meeting will apply.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Perfect. So do you want us to make a video of the rules that we send out to all the attendees a week before?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I think it's good. David will make it. It will be good. David can narrate it. This is how we run the meeting. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
All right. Okay, cool. Okay, we're feeling very comfortable. I'll send you the new quote. Should I send it to Hillary?
Yeah, you can send it to Hillary and Lucetta if you have Lucetta's email.
And Lucetta, I don't have your email. If you'll just put the email in the chat.
Lucetta, you putting in the chat?
Oh, I do have Lucetta's email. I do have Lucetta. Oh. Is this Lucetta who looks after Juliet?
That's it. She put it in the chat.
The very one.
Everyone, we were meant to do the shoot and we cancelled the shoot, so I do have your details.
You look after who, Lucetta? I don't know the secrets. I thought you were looking after me.
Oh, we were meant to film you, Renata.
Ah?
I thought we were meant to film Juliet or
Oh, Julita. you mean.
Julita.
Oh, okay. No, me, I was already jealous. I was like, why is Lucetta looking after other people? Anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, no, great. Any last considerations? Shane, are you okay? Do you have other questions, Martha? Doubts?
Not
We'll do
for
a run
now.
of show detailed, and then we'll go through it, everything. But I think now, for the sake of the quote, I think we are
I think we're
in
good.
agreement. Are we?
I think we're good. We can, if Martha will reach out on Monday and she'll get all the details, we'll start building all those slides. Like in terms of, you know, the holding slides, we'll start doing that already next week. And, you know, I think we're good. We can make that video next week about, you know, how to run the meeting. And that should probably all go out towards the end of next week or even the week after the Monday. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's great. And we'll give you the run of show next week, maybe latest Wednesday, I would say. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, fantastic.
Perfect.
And then we'll also have to plan for, so one run, a dry run will have to happen. Maybe I would say the Friday before. And we're going to invite the UNFPA colleagues from the countries, just for them to have a sense on how the meeting will be run, so that they can have their delegations on WhatsApps and make sure that everything goes smoothly. Is that okay?
Yeah, so the Friday before is actually next week Friday. So that's fine. So let's plan for next week Friday in the afternoon to have the dry run.
Yeah.
And then the video can potentially go out on a Thursday in terms of how to run the meeting. Great.
Okay, Kizito, can I give this to you, please, to arrange the request for the dry run to the UNFPA colleagues?
Yeah, sure. No, I can organize that. Obviously, the UNFPA colleagues are not our usual SYP the focal points, but the actual UNFPA delegates. And I'm talking here, you know, for instance, Siveso in Zambia, Dorothy in Malawi, kind of thing.
Yes,
no?
the ones that are coming. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
And can I ask please Cleo and Lindy where to work on the Rano show?
That's fine.
Thank you very much. Great, we're ready. Much appreciated all.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good weekend.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.